time for part 2 of my Sega Genesis versus Super Nintendo competition. Last round it ended as Genesis won and Super Nintendo won. For round 2 we're going to be talking about the controllers. So here's the Super Nintendo controller. Has a very good D-pad, works well. Start and select button, and 4 good buttons on the front of the controller, and A, B, X, and Y button, and on the top you got an L button and an R button. This controller works wonderful for the games it comes with, like Mario World, Super Castlevania, Zelda, Donkey Kong Country, all that good stuff. Like, this controller is perfect for those games. And yeah, so right here it says Nintendo, and yep, plugs into the Super Nintendo like that. Pretty good. Now here's the Sega Genesis controller. Got an even better D-pad, I will admit, because it has all 8 directions and it works perfectly. Got these nice big buttons, and you got a very good start button. Right here it says Sega. And yeah, there's fewer buttons on here than on the Super Nintendo controller. On the Super Nintendo you get 8 buttons. On here you just get 4. But the upside is on here the buttons are bigger and easier to use, and it's a pretty big controller. It's not like insanely huge, but it's big and can fit with almost any hand size. So yeah, it works very comfortable. Right here it says Sega and plugs in pretty basic, like that. I should also comment that this can also be used for the Atari 2600 and I think the Commodore 64. You can like plug this into those and this will work. So yeah, now then, which controller should win? The Super Nintendo or the Sega? Decisions. I'm gonna go with, again, the Sega, simply because it's a bigger, more comfortable controller with really good big buttons, and I like how this can be plugged into, other systems for it to work. This can't be plugged into other systems, and yeah, it's not all that big. At times it can feel uncomfortable. That's not bad though, but yeah, I'd say the Sega is the better one. So, now the score is Genesis 2, Super Nintendo 1. Now there's only one more round to do, and that's on the games, which will be next time.